Hey guys, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. Valentine's Day is in less than a week, so I had to do a tutorial for you guys, of course. So this is the look we are sporting today, so if you're interested on how to get this glam, you know what, even if you are not going out, even if you are chilling at home, stuffing your face with chocolates, which I will probably do as well, you can get glam. Like, why the heck not? Like, I will sometimes just sit and glam because I'm bored, because I just need to chill, I need some me time. It's so therapeutic. Glamming is just fun. So regardless of what you're doing on Valentine's Day, we can get glam together. So let's do this. If you want to know how to get this makeup look, go ahead and keep watching. This is the palette we're going to be using today. I love Valentine's Day. Love this palette. It is just so gorgeous, and there's so many beautiful like red and pinky tones in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the shade Shy, and this is gonna be our brownie pinky transition shade. This makes me so happy. I feel like I only play with eyeshadows now when I'm filming. Like, when I'm getting ready in the morning, I'm just so tired and I just cannot be bothered to do full glam. Well, like, I will on my face, but when it comes to the eyes, I just pop some bronzer on, maybe do like a bit of a liner, and then of course like highlight the brow bone inner corner, and that's honestly all I do because I don't have time to do eyeshadow, and when I do eyeshadow, I'm just like such a perfectionist, and I will blend to Timbuktu. Then I'm going to go ahead and pick up the shade Flamingo. I've never used this shade before, but I'm so excited. Like, this looks so fun. I don't know about you guys, but when I think of Valentine's Day makeup looks, I think of more pinky makeup. And it's funny because like when I think like actual like Valentine's Day, red is the first color that pops into my mind. I don't know, I just feel like red on the eyes is so like sultry and sexy and dark and mysterious. So I feel like it's perfect for Valentine's night, and then pink is perfect for Valentine's Day. But that's just the vibes that I get. Like, obviously go ahead and rock your red, rock your pink, rock your girl purple, whatever color you want to do. This is so weird. I never put such a bright pink in my crease, but I'm going to be adding some darker colors, and I want this warmth to poke through. And such a pretty pop of color as well. And now I'm feeling like I want to go into the red, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up the shade Man Eater and pop this on our lid. And now I'm actually going back into Flamingo and popping that into the crease again, just because I don't want to lose that pink color. And then for my outer corner, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the shade Bossy. This one's a brown, but it does have a little bit of a purpley undertone to it, so I feel like this just works really well with the other colors we're using. I don't really want to add a lot. I'm just going to add a little bit just to deepen it up a bit. And now with a clean brush, I'm just going to go over that, make sure it's all nice and blended. And then I'm probably going to have to go in one more time with that red just to make it pop, just because with all of this blending that we're doing, we are blending away a bit of that pigment. Of course, that always happens. No big. So in tiny little circular strokes, because I don't want to move this around. Like, I don't want like super winged out smoky eyes for today. Like, what a shocker. I always do that, but we're just going to go a little bit smaller today. Alright, so I did just add a little bit more red to the lids, not anything major, just like a tiny little tap just to make sure it's still popping. And now I'm taking my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. I want the like front part of my eyes to be really like ba-bang and bright and eye-catching, so that's what we're gonna do. Maybe this wasn't the best concealer to do this with, because this is a very like tacky concealer. Oh well. I like to feather out the top, as you can see, and then gradually have it go down. I just feel like it looks more blended and put together. I've noticed that Nikki Tutorials does her cut creases like that, so then it's not just like a full-on like line. I just feel like it makes it look so much better. So before this creases and goes literally everywhere, which it already is, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up Angelic. I'm looking like weird and down because I don't want to move this like any more than it already is. So I'm going to put that down. Oh my gosh, look at that color. And then whenever I do these types of looks, I will sit here like for ages with the tiniest amount of product on my brush and just kind of wiggle this back and forth between the two shades that I'm using and try to make them like even on both sides as much as possible and just make it nice and blended. So I'll go in with like the red, the pink, kind of go back and forth to get that nice gradient effect. Now this pink is just the base for our showstopper in today's look. I'm going to be using this NYX Face and Body Glitter. This is in the shade Rose, and it is such a beautiful like light pink, and I just feel like sparkle is so necessary for Valentine's Day. So that's what we're going to do, but I don't want a super like full intense glimmery look because I want it to be like more light and girly. So I show you. Basically, we're going to be going for like a nice glitter top coat kind of vibe. So I'm going to go ahead and take this NYX Glitter Primer. You guys know I'm actually obsessed. I'm taking a tiny bit on my finger. I'm going to kind of like rub it out. I don't want a full-on glop of glue on my lids, so I'm just going to tap over top of this pink, and hopefully this works out okay. I've never done this before. Hopefully I'm not just removing all of this pink. I'm going to take a fluffier brush because I don't want to deposit all this glitter, and go ahead and stick that over top. Oh my gosh, that's so much glitter. Okay, we're moving on. Not exactly what your girl was going for, but okay. And then I'm just taking this little brush and kind of like spotting any parts that need a little bit of help. Honestly, I'm liking it. It's not like full-blown, full glitter lid. It's so pretty and girly. I'm liking it. We good. It's all good. The amount of glitter in this room right now, you guys, it's gonna stay here for 10 years. And this is not helping brush it away. So taking a break from the eyes for a bit, you guys know I like to do this, just jump around in my makeup routine. I'm taking the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This stuff smells so good. I feel like this is gonna become like a holy grail primer for me. This is only my second time using it, but I've loved it so far. Like, I feel like it has prolonged the wear of my makeup because it is slightly tacky. I love the look that it gives my foundation. I am just obsessed already. And I wanted to use this just because I feel like Valentine's Day is such an appropriate time to be super glowy. Even though we are going to be going in with a matte foundation, I'm going to be using a lot of glowy face products, but this isn't like super matte. This is a nice like natural matte finish foundation, but I felt like this would just be perfect to balance everything out because we're going to have a lot of glow going on in the face today. So this is the Loreal True Match Foundation. This is in the shade Nude Beige W3. I never hear people talk about this anymore, and I bought this the other day because I have heard a lot about it, but only in like old YouTube days, and I love it. Like, it is beautiful on the skin. It lasts so long on the face. It has such a beautiful, like I said, natural matte finish. I have dry skin, and this doesn't emphasize texture or make me look dry at all. Like, look how good my skin looks. I mean, like, the Becca primer is helping too, but I love this foundation. And I would say the coverage is like a good medium. So now moving on to concealer. Jeez, my fake tan is all over the place, like white, tan, white. Jeez, ignore please. I've been so busy, I haven't had time to like properly scrub it all off, so I'm sorry. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer in the shade Medium. So I'm going to pop this on a concealer brush. And I don't know like how I feel about this concealer. Like, I like it, but the texture is so weird. Like, it's just weird to get used to because it's so much tackier. Like, it's a very tacky concealer compared to what I'm used to. I'm used to like more watery, hydrating concealers, so this is just a bit weird for me, but it is super full coverage, and I mean, it looks beautiful on the skin, so I'm definitely liking it. It's just weird to get used to. This is a Morphe Sponge, by the way, if you guys were wondering. Then going in with my loose setting powder. This is my Collab Set the Stage Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder. And I'm grabbing a little dish over here, putting the powder in there, and with a super like lightly dampened sponge, I'm gonna go in. I'm getting really bad like forehead lines. I make so many facial expressions and I find that they're getting worse and I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to make them better, how to prevent them. If you guys have any tips, please let me know. Your girl would appreciate it. I'm 21 years old and I already feel like I'm aging. Like, no, look at, see, I do this. Under the eyes, of course. And I will basically set the crap out of my face in any places that I crease because I will crease like crazy very quickly if I do not do this. And while I wait for the powder to do its thing and really sink into the skin, I will go ahead and do my brows. And by the time that I'm done with my brows, like, the powder's all set to wipe away. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera real quick. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm using this Collab Kill the Shine Pressed Powder. One of my favorites as well. Both of these powders are so smooth looking on the skin. They never dry me out. And they basically just make me look perfect. And I like that. And then to contour, I'm using this Bahama Mama bronzer. It's from the Balm. I've been really enjoying this lately because I can use this shade as a contour and as a bronzer. And then with a clean bronzer brush, I'm just going over that to make it nice and diffused. With a tiny bit on this brush right here, I'm just going to add a bit of color to the center of the face. And then for my bronzer, I have been obsessed with this bronzer. Like, Colourpop bronzers are not raved enough as they should be. This is the Alexis and Colourpop duo. This is their Topaz little palette, and I'm going to go ahead and use the bronzer shade, of course. I'm a little bit confused by this palette because this bronzer shade like works for someone with my skin tone, and this highlighter is so dark. Like, you need to have a dark complexion to pull this off, but then if you have a dark complexion, you can't use the bronzer, so it's like, how does that work? Seriously though, Colourpop bronzers are so underrated. Oh my gosh, I have been obsessed with them ever since I picked some up. I have this one and then the shade California Dreaming, and they're both just beautiful warm tone bronzers. They blend so beautifully into the skin, and they are a satin formula, so they just look like airbrush, like super natural. It literally looks like someone came by and did like airbrushed painting on you. It looks so good. And I look so weird when I apply bronzer. Like, my hair's just like, all right, throw it over here. Oh, other side, here we go. Like, I go crazy when I apply my bronzer. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day, by the way? Like, I would love to know. That's just so fun for me to know. Like, are you guys doing something super big and planned, like some glorious dates, like going out on the town, fancy meals, going to see some fun shows? Like, what do you guys do for Valentine's Day? Or are you at home watching Netflix with a big old box of chocolate, some ice cream, playing some music? Like, oh, that sounds so nice too. Candlelit dinner at home. Like, oh my gosh, there's so many fun things you could do. Alex and I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I'm a little stumped. Like, we've been dating for 5 years. Sometimes I feel like it's hard to think of like new things to do as a couple. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I would appreciate it so much. And it could help other people as well, like searching through the comments. I remember Alex and I's very first Valentine's Day. We met my sophomore year of high school, very beginning of sophomore year. And we went to different high schools. He was like in the neighboring high school. By the way, the blush I'm going in with is the Cindy Luminizer from the Balm. This isn't as like super shiny as the Mary Luminizer, and it's too dark for me to use as a highlighter, but it just adds a really beautiful colored glitter to the face. But anyway, on Valentine's Day, my group of friends and I went to like the parking lot slash football field, and I was like, why are we going here? Because they're like, oh, let's go over here. And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't really know why. And all of a sudden I see Alex turn the corner, and he comes with the largest like arrangement of balloons. He has a teddy bear holding a heart. He has seized chocolates. He has a bouquet of roses. Like, his arms were full of all this stuff, and he turns the corner and just gives me like this Prince Charming smile slash smolder. Like, and my heart just stopped, and I was like, oh my gosh. And everyone was like, oh, like in chorus. He was just so unbelievably like romantic and sweet and charming, like he still is, of course, but oh my gosh, it was so sweet. Then for my highlighter, I'm going in with the brand new shade of the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighters. This is their Molten Rose Gold shade. I just thought it would pair beautifully with this makeup look, and these are hella pigmented. Like, oh my gosh, like what on earth? Like the drugstore has been killing the makeup game lately. Like I wish the drugstore was this good when I was younger, because oh my gosh, like literally you can get like a high-end makeup look just out of drugstore products. Like check that out, that's crazy. And then I like to bring this up a little bit, and I've been searching for this shade for so long at the drugstore, and I finally found it in CVS yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to use that for my tutorial, it's perfect. So we're gonna add some to the tip of the nose, Cupid's bow. I'm just adding even more because I'm a highlight, you know what that rhymes with, but I'm not gonna say it because this is an appropriate channel, okay. So moving back to the eyes, I'm taking the shade Flamingo, which is obviously a very bright pink, and I'm going to smoke this pretty low, far down on the lower lash line. Then taking Maneater, which is the red, and applying that pretty much right on the lash line, just a little bit below as well. And then for the waterline, I just want to make it look a little bit more smoky, so I'm taking the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pen. These are such good drugstore liners, by the way. This is in the shade Black Cocoa. Alright, so I just applied some liner and mascara, so I used the NYX Epic Ink Liner. You guys know this is my favorite. Waterproof, black, brush tip, yes. And then this is the Ciate London Wonderland mascara. I really wanted to put on lashes for today's look. It just kind of calls for lashes, you know, but all of the lashes that I feel like would go best with this look are currently soaking in my cellar water, being cleaned. So we're just gonna go with the all natural lashes for today. And we have to highlight the inner corners. I mean, we cannot forget that. So I'm just using that Maybelline highlighter. I'm gonna just add a crap load because I really want these inner corners to be bright. And then we'll put some underneath the brow bone as well. For my lips, I'm going to first line them with the Colourpop Lippie pencil in the shade Aquarius. And then for the rest of my lips, whenever I edit these videos and I see myself talking with just lip liner, I'm like, girl, you look ridiculous. This is the Kylie gloss in the shade So Cute. I really wanted to use a super pale gloss, and her glosses are so good. And then for my setting spray, I'm using this Morphe setting spray. This stuff is so good. Like, it's so convenient because you just have a nice, like, continuous spray. I love it. Also, it smells really good. A little more. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the sponge and start pressing that in to the skin. I cannot, will not, should not, could not Dr. Seuss. I can't like not do that when I do my makeup. Like, I have to always press this into my skin because it honestly really does make the biggest difference in how your makeup looks when you're all done. Could not, would not, should not. Is that the Green Eggs and Ham book? Yes, it is, because it's like, oh, I will not, could not, whatever, eat green eggs and ham. I don't know how it goes, but I know that's in there somewhere. Alright guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this one a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, if you want to see me in any more videos. Have an amazing Valentine's Day. Glam all out. Feel good about yourself. Eat some chocolate. Enjoy your time. Literally, you guys warm my heart every single day. You guys are my Valentines. Oh, that's cheesy. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.